Hey, what's going on, you guys? Welcome to another episode of Revived. Today we are going to talk about titles and labels. Let's go ahead and start with the titles. Some of us are doctors, lawyers, CPAs, accountants, teachers, pastors, cops, firefighters, EMTs, nurses, plumbers, electricians, carpenters, musicians, actors, actresses, Uber drivers, truck drivers, bus drivers, baristas, bartenders, waiters, waitresses, and janitors. Now let's go to labels. Some of us have manic depression. Some of us have clinical depression. Some of us are bipolar. Some of us have ADD. Some of us have ADHD. Some of us have PTSD. Some of us have CPTSD. And some of us are autistic. Now, what do titles and labels have in common? Well, there are ways in which we constantly play the comparison game, which is a very toxic and dangerous game to play. But we do it on a regular basis. We judge ourselves based on how we define ourselves. If someone has a higher paying job or a higher ranking job, we tend to come down on ourselves. If we have some kind of a medical diagnosis, we tend to limit ourselves. Titles and labels don't mean anything. They're just another way to restrict us and to keep us down and to give up, to just throw in the towel, and it can make some of us even very complacent. Some of us have gotten very comfortable with where we are in life, in terms of like a job, or where we're at physically, or status, or whatever it happens to be. Sometimes we get a little bit too comfortable, and we just get stuck, and we think this is it. I've got all the answers now, and there's not really any need for me to do anything else. But as we keep talking about, there is a balance to be had there. You still want to do better. You still want more for yourself, but at the same time, you shouldn't look at other people, based on what their job is or how much money they have in their bank account, or if they're just clean cut, don't have any mental diagnosis, they don't, they're not clinically depressed, they don't have manic depression, they're not, they're just perfectly fine the way that they are, and they have no problems, like Joe over here, he's making $500,000 a year, and he's good looking, and he lives in a big house, drives a nice car, maybe he has a girlfriend that loves him, or maybe he has a wife and kids that love him, and he's just living the life. He's never had horrible parents, never struggled with depression in his life, never had horrible teachers, people that told him that he was an idiot and that he would never amount to much, and that he just can't absorb details properly, and so he's just always going to be an idiot for the rest of his life. It's not a guarantee that he has that story, but everybody's got a story. Whatever your story is no more or no less than somebody else's story. We're just all different. We're just all individuals, and our journeys are different. Some of our journeys are slower than others. Some of ours are, some of our journey, like it's just more linear than other people. It's not that people are better or worse. It's just that, like we're all different. So, the bottom line, the whole point to this video is to tell you that titles and labels don't mean anything. They're not going to make you any smarter. They're not going to make you any more money. They're not going to make other people like you. They're not going to make you more talented. They're not going to make you funnier. They're not going to make you more charismatic. They're not going to make you happier. They're not going to make you more loving or caring or compassionate or empathetic. It's not going to make you a better friend. It's not going to make you a better it's not going to make you a better boyfriend or a better husband or a better wife or a better girlfriend or a better parent. It's not going to really. It's neither here nor there. What really matters right here and right now is who you are. Who are you right now currently? You can get lost in all this other crap, but if you lose sight of who you are, it really doesn't matter. You could be a very rich, very wealthy person who's got it all, got the life, or you can be just some homeless person out in the street, and it's not going to matter. Who you are and what you have to offer is what makes the difference. And you have it. You just don't know that you have it. You're not taking advantage of it. You're not using it to your full potential. And neither am I, if I'm being completely honest. Over these last more than a couple months, whatever amount of time, I haven't been giving it my all. I've been too wrapped up in trying to come up with a better concept, a better business idea, for this channel. I've become so wrapped up in, how am I going to make more money, or how am I going to become, I'm not saying that any of those things are bad things. It's just that when you become so fixated and so obsessed with just all this mundane, just nonsense that's not going to matter when you die, you're not going to be able to take it with you. That's the whole point of this video, is that whatever title you have or whatever someone has called you in the past, whatever label you have, you can't take it with you, so it doesn't matter anyway. Nothing to be ashamed of, nothing to be embarrassed about, nothing to be egotistical about, When you die, who's gonna point you out and say, wow, when I was going through a really rough time, nobody was there for me. Everybody was mean to me. Everybody was, accusatory towards me. People were not helpful. But Matt over here showed me what kindness really meant. He showed me what compassion really means, what it really means. And to him, I'm very thankful for that. I would want somebody to say that at my funeral. would somebody say that at my funeral? I'm not really sure, but it's just a thought, just something to keep in mind. So anyway, guys, that's it for today's episode. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it brought value, and if it did, share it with your friends and your family. And you know, I don't know. That's it. I hope that you guys got something out of it, and I hope it helped. And if it did, I'm very thankful. I'm very happy. So anyway, guys, until the next video, I hope that you have a great rest of your day or rest of your night. I love you, and we will talk again soon.